What's going on, everyone? Kelly Cavallaro here, one half of 7 Arrow Media, and welcome to a little impromptu edition of the Honky Tonk Highway, as we're going to talk about some updates on the CBA broadcast. First off, I really hope everyone is enjoying it so far. Connor McGrath says, on a scale of 1 to 100, how stressed are you, Kelly? It's getting better by the moment, Connor. Getting better by the moment. Let me tell you, it's been a fun time. First off, guys, we do apologize for all the little bitty tech issues. We are working on it. Going through Zoom has been a challenge, but we are going to make it better and better as we go on. So I'm hoping everyone enjoys it. A couple things I want to touch base on. If you were using the device, as we said it before, and I did a whole video this past week on this, you're only allowed to use one device at a time. So, but what we did find out is if you log out of Zoom completely, say you got in on your phone yesterday and you log out of Zoom completely off your phone, you can log into a different device. You're only allowed to be logged into your Zoom account on one device at a time. So you are able to switch up your devices if you're able to change them. That way if you're having some issues. So thank you guys for all the love and support. I've tried to get to as many people's responses as possible. The other thing, if you didn't register and try to get on today and you wonder why it says registration is closed, is because we sold out. That is right. Betty and the team put 1,000 subscriber limit. So only 1,000 people were allowed to buy passes. And we hit that in the middle of the night last night. So, but good news, that has been changed. So you can now buy passes. They have upped it to 3,000. So tell all your friends, everybody who's been trying to get in, head over to crystalbootawards.com. You can go buy your passes now. It's back up and running. I just double checked it. So you can head over, buy your passes. If you for some reason have been able to get in, guys, you should have got an email. You should have got a notification. Contact us. We will get it solved as soon as possible. So we are going to get those in, so that way you can get in. I know a couple people had problems last night and this morning. All of you guys that were messaging us should be fixed by now. But if you are still having trouble, please get in touch with either Betty, myself, Blind Dancer. That way you can get in. A couple other things. I know a lot of people are wondering where the replays are. We have been in contact with Zoom. They said it could take up to 72 hours to reload them due to the file size. If it puts in perspective, we were live for about 5 hours last night, and the file size was around 16 gigabytes. Anybody who has ever messed with video editing knows how long that can take to get uploaded. So Zoom is processing it as fast as possible. We are going to get them up. You will receive an email when they do finally get up and go live, so that way you are able to get them up. Kelly was just saying, message 7 Arrow Media or her. Yes, please. I've been answering as much as as best as I can to get to everybody, so that you can get them on. Let's see here. A couple other things also. Someone just said, using the same iPhone as yesterday, but getting messages in Zoom waiting. I've emailed to support. Missed all of this so far. Did you mean leave the meeting when you say sign out? No, you actually have to sign out of your Zoom account completely and then relog back in on the other device. So if you still have Zoom on your phone and you're logged into your Zoom account on your phone and then you try to log into your computer, it will not work. It'll think you're trying to log into two devices at the same time. But if you log out of one completely, the way it doesn't recognize that you're in Zoom and you go to log in, you can be logged in. Your Zoom account can only be logged in one time and one time only. So that is solved. The other thing is we knew we had some audio issues yesterday. with Blair's Teach. We're going to get that fixed when the replay. I've had a lot of questions asked why we are using Skype and Zoom. For what everyone is wondering, we're only using the Zoom to be able to block for music rights. So you are Zoom is hosting it, that way we don't get blocked, but I'm still using the same software I use for this to go to Facebook as well as YouTube as to get into Zoom. So everybody is not trying to log into Zoom. So like all the instructors that were teaching, all the people we had live, they're not logged into Zoom at all except to watch. We have it in a Zoom webinar, so you don't get to have your video or your mic on, and we did that way you don't block the feed that I'm sending in of the production. So if you're wondering why we are bringing in people through Skype. So yeah. Oh, Lee just said a point. At the bottom left corner on his laptop, there's an audio setting button. Thank you, Lee. I didn't know where it was on everybody's laptop. I know on mine it shows up on a different spot. He was able to increase the volume that way. So that way you can, we are working on some of the audio issues. I know they were a little bit better. They were definitely better last night when I played it for Daniel and Jenny. And so it might have not, June, it might have not have taken you out all the way. You might actually have to be completely logged out of Zoom. I know Betty tried it last night. She logged out of a couple different devices. And I know Georgina did it this morning during Fred's class because they had a power surge, and she was able to log out of one device and log into another completely. So we are getting that fixed. Trying to think of what other tips and tricks I was trying to make sure everyone know. We talked about the registration being back open, so you can register. So let your friends know. We're still taking more. Talked about the Zoom replays. I don't know what you're trying to share with me, and atempo.com. I have. Oh, yeah, I will let them know. I'm not using any of that software that you're listing at all. So I have no. Gemma Taylor just said you can also change the audio through to your TV for that. Also on your phone, which my phone's up here, you'll be able to select an audio function of where it's coming through on your phone. You'll be able to switch it to the speaker on their phone instead of the phone capability, so that will help as well. Also, in the chat, guys, if you notice, Daniel and I know JP talked about this morning, Betty and Steve talked about it yesterday, make sure you're selecting panelists and attendees above your chat box. That way you can get messages to everybody. If you have just panelists selected, only I see it. Noreen, no, because we're not going through Zoom. So we're not going through Zoom at all. I know you said you try to use Zoom to do a class. If I use a separate speaker, it gave terrible feedback. I had to use the microphone on the computer. I was zooming on. Would that help with the feedback issues? No, unfortunately, we're not going through Zoom. The feedback is going to be due to the connection. That's just going to be connection. What a lot of people don't realize when it comes to live streaming, there's so much things to be involved. I can only control so much. I cannot control your internet connection, and I cannot control the people I'm bringing on's internet connection. I can only control what I have and what I'm able to broadcast out in. So if I have people losing connection that I have on screen, that I can't control. And I can't control what you're watching it. So if different things that you can do to make sure nothing is on your Wi-Fi except for the device you're trying to watch on. That will help with making sure the only thing using your connection is the device you're watching on. And you can refresh. Leave it thing. Debbie, Debbie just said, and I know a couple of people had this, Kelly, when I do chat on my tablet, it fills my screen. Is there a way I can minimize so I can see the picture in the chat at the same time? Yes. There is a button. It's different on everybody's tablet, though. I know on the way the layout is. I believe it's near the bottom. You can make the chat smaller to where only one thing pops up at a time. The problem you're going to have there, though, Deb, is the chat sometimes is moving so quickly, it might look like a blur of a bunch of stuff just going through. So that you can make that. Michelle, I noticed Nikki and Dee were on earlier today rather than tonight. Is there a new schedule for tonight? There will be. We don't know what we're going to put in place of that yet. We will let you know. Ann says we use the new platform tested by Jesse and Big Day. Absolutely not. No disrespect to anybody out there, but that platform is not using a music license at all. The fines if they get caught are really high. So no, I will not be using that platform at all. If the music licensing eventually gets down, we'll run it to our own website, but I have no desire to get fined from the government for broadcasting and not paying music licensing. So, yeah, Debbie, I know it does it because I saw it. Someone sent me a picture of it. I just don't know where the button is, the way they can make it really small. I know the tablet view. Well, yeah, right now, May. Right now, there is no live. We're live. We're live down for about 2 hours. We're in the break. The next schedule starts at 7. Rosie just said the Special Angels were scheduled for tonight. Hold that thought. That's a new one to me. Let me bring up my schedule I have. Oh, actually, no, let me go to the website and see what she has on there. View the webcast schedule for the weekend. When did you print the schedule, Rosie? Because the schedule that's up on the website right now had the Special Angels today. The nighttime schedule right now is opening at 7. We got Ira is going to be teaching the LDF workshop. We got a little poem with Celia Ellis. We got the LDF awards. Nikki and Dee were supposed to be in there, and then the Daniel, Jose, and JP workshop tonight, and then a little party time. So we're gonna the only thing that's changed from the schedule. The schedules, again, that schedule that was printed by Jeff the other day was for the schedule that was released that day on Tuesday. The schedule has had a couple updates, which is why it says subject to change. So the Special Angels performance was at 12:15 UK time, which was at 7:15 this morning. Yep. Time this morning. I missed all the workshops this morning. Betsy, we are working on getting the Zoom replay up as fast as possible. Unfortunately, the replay part of it is out of our hands. And unfortunately, it's up to when Zoom can get it launched. But yeah, right now, the only thing that's changed from the schedule that's up on the website currently is Nikki and Dee's dance party was played today. We are going to fill that. We'll let you know then. But we are in a little bit of break right now. We are going to be going up with some memory reels probably around 5 p.m., 5:15-ish UK time. Bear with us with that. And we're going to play some videos up. We'll have the videos up before we get to tonight's show. Just some old stuff that we're going to play. Rachel just shared the schedule that is currently up on the website. She says you're doing great. Thanks, darling. Hope the boys aren't making you run around a little too crazy. I saw that video you posted about wine boxes. The other thing that I noticed a lot of people comment about yesterday was they're asking about their name not showing up for their comments. On my end, they're showing up. I have a couple people that has sent me anonymous Q&A questions. That's the only time that I haven't seen a name. I have not seen on my end, at least, it coming blank. So I apologize if you're having that. Let's see. Yes. According to Zoom, when I looked it up and I double-checked everything this morning, Zoom said when the replays are finally up and ready and in their cloud, it will automatically send an email when it is ready. Now, they did say it was depending on file size, and like I was saying, yesterday was just under 16 gigabytes because it is the entire broadcast, because we're not doing like when we do it on Facebook. We're not taking it down after everyone because that would just be a little crazy. That was the whole point of why we went to a Zoom. Betty and the team, Steve and them, wanted to make sure we weren't taken down for any reason. We weren't blocked. There was no interruptions at all. And Zoom offers that because it's technically not a streaming platform. It is a conference call system pretty much. So again, Zoom was never made to do any of the stuff that all of us have been trying to do for the past 10 months on Zoom. So we are adjusting the system as we can. I have everything feeding through a mixer into a digital broadcasting system for my Mac that is feeding everything into Zoom. None of the instructors are using Zoom. None of the people coming on are using Zoom. They're all coming into me. That's why you see the Skype stuff up, and we're putting them on. So that is what we're doing. Betsy just said also on the CBA website under current is dances taught with name of dances so far with the link to the step sheet. As soon as the workshops are done, Gary Bray is putting them straight up on Line Dancer Web. So if you go to Line Dancer Web, as soon as the website's done, the newest dance that should be listed is the dance that was just taught. So huge thanks to Gary and the team over there that are making sure that gets done right after the workshop is done. The step sheets are released. And we will be putting them up. The stuff will get put up on YouTube, and it will get broken down on YouTube, but unfortunately Zoom doesn't give us that option. It does it in one complete broadcast. So like this morning, we were live from 10 a.m. UK time till just after 2 o'clock UK time. So that entire file is going up at once, and that's another 13 to 14 gigs already. So you would get a notification 24 hours before the meeting and 1 hour before the meeting. And you're going to get one of those every day because we have them scheduled as 4 reoccurring webinars because you can't have a webinar more than 24 hours long. So every morning at 9 a.m., you're going to get the 1 hour notification that you have a Zoom starting in an hour. And then when we start at 10 for the new one, you're going to get another email saying you have 1 day until tomorrow's broadcast. So you're going to get 2 emails back to back every morning. One at 9 a.m. UK time, one at 10 a.m. UK time, letting you know that you have 1 hour till today's, and then you have 1 day till tomorrow. Did Roy and Jeff teach this morning? Didn't see their dance. They did, but it was pre-recorded. We did due to the fact that Jeff was not able to get to Belgium. They didn't want to do a split screen because of the difficulty. It was done this morning in its slot. Elaine says, Kelly, it's amazing how much you're doing. Zoom is never designed for this. No, I don't know how you do it. It's been a little bit of a challenge learning Zoom, but we've been taking it in stride and trying to improve it every time we've done a test. And with every broadcast, we've gone up. Let's see what else I missed. Yes, they were on teaching. Really appreciate absolutely. That's the whole point. I'm going to try to do these when I can. Like Debbie said, yes, Jeff and Roy quit the show. It was a pretty good teach, and like Willie said, the script is already up. I know they'll be releasing a dance this coming week. Yes, Leslie, the pre-recorded teaches for some of them have worked better due to some people's internet connection. Blair's teach was fine yesterday. We had issues with her music. And then Maddie and Joe and Michelle's teach went pretty good. And then Maddie's music wasn't bad. What other people don't realize is most everybody is doing it with this. They're using a smartphone or a computer or a tablet. I have a digital camera in front of me and a microphone. So I have two things feeding in. I also have my computers set up, the audio is coming through my computer. So I'm sending audio to two different spots. When people are on their phone, every bit of audio is coming through this microphone at the end. So every time someone plays something or goes something, it's going to be blocked out. So when people are talking over the music, the microphone is trying to read the person's voice plus the music. So it only can read one. It's going to read the loudest one, which is always going to be your talking, because your talking is going to be louder than the music. So that's why we have the music issues sometimes. If you notice, when Madison did her dancing, she didn't talk through it. She let the music play, and it went just fine. The one time she talked, it bleeped out for a minute and went back. Helen just did remind me, yes, Helen did her talk last night, and we did the video. It was great. Love the outfit. All the people comment. I will gladly pay to see some of those people that are saying, I want your outfit, Helen, to do a routine in your outfit after last night's. So that is why you see some of the microphone and sound issues, is because everyone's using a cell phone. A cell phone was never designed to read two audios at one time on a phone call or a video call. It was done to receive one. It's a microphone source. So if I try to feed music through my microphone right now, you're going to hear a blur as I talk as well. That's why. Like I said, we did an entire show. You can go back and watch on how to improve live streaming. Yeah, if everyone turned around and had money to invest in tons of equipment, they could be a lot better, but not everybody has that function, ability, or the space. And I didn't say I wanted it, Helen. It wasn't me that wanted it. Some of the people in the comments last night. Like Willie says, there's really only so much we can do with a phone, Skype, and Zoom. We appreciate everything you're doing for us. Thank you, brother. It makes us great as been so far. And a laptop microphone, even less. Exactly. Sarah, that's a great point. A laptop microphone is even worse. So, like Kelly, yeah, they're on video calls, so that's why I use Skype. Skype has built-in coding where I can rip the video and the audio out and put it in my program, hence why I'm able to bring in people for my interviews. Like I said, we're doing everything just like we do with my show, guys, with this, and we're just bringing it to Zoom. So nobody is on Zoom except for you guys watching at home, and only video feed and sound feed going in is coming off from my system in Orlando, Florida, in the United States. So I'm calling overseas and taking video calls from everyone overseas, putting them in a program with their internet over there. And that. Teresa said only had problems with Rob's one, but that could have been down to my. It could have been. Rob's volume went out every time he talked, and we tried to get that fixed near the end. We got him a message sent, and the ending did change. But that always happens when people try to talk over it, and that's all it was. And his video was a little white because he has a very white room. So, like Debbie says, nah, that would have been Rob. Rob likes to talk, scream, clap, and that's Rob. That's how he dances. That's how it always is. But just wanted to come on, give you guys a couple updates on some things. I'm going to try to do these every day if I can for a few minutes. Come on, let y'all ask some questions. Let y'all get some answers. Like I said, I'm going to double check if it comes up on my end, because it should still be up to make sure y'all can register. Make sure. Boom. Click here to register. Click the link. Yep, it is up. It's letting me register if I wanted to. So if you have not gotten your pass, guys, head over crystalbuddhawars.com. Get your pass now. It's going to be fun. You've seen some. Who enjoyed last night and this morning so far? Yes, so Betsy, interview memory reels are going to be around 5 p.m. UK time, so around noon our time, a little after. I'll put up in the Zoom will start and we're just gonna play some memory reels that I put together of some things before tonight's show's festivities come. Yep. Thank you guys so much. I'm glad y'all are enjoying it. If you have any questions, like I said, send us a message. Send it to Line Dancer. Everybody will be somebody will get in touch with you, and we'll try to get the problems fixed as best as possible. So see you guys in a little bit.